I can cut the music for that. Game Wall, so glad you're back and your account is back. You just, you learned the valuable lesson that I had to learn so long ago when streaming the NFL draft, because it happened to me last year. Welcome in, everybody, to another MEL game of the week. I am your host, live from the dungeon. It is your boy, Big Mother-Loving Scream. So tonight here, I'm quiet. I'm quiet. It don't even make sense. You know what? I'll turn my dial up some. I shouldn't be quiet, and if I am, that's weird. So if I'm not quiet, maybe you need to turn your stuff up. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Maybe we just gonna leave it at that. Nonetheless, though, man, this game's about to get kicked off. Y'all see it on the screen already. It's week 16. I got some trolling I need to do, so be prepared for that. All right, because I said some things, and I genuinely knew what happened when I wrote that post in media content Monday morning at 3 a.m. You know, I was talking with Kakashi. We were having a very, very deep conversation about the playoffs and how some of the scenarios would play out. And Doc, I know you can attest to this from your time back at AGS as far as we go back. Y'all know me. I love talking about the playoff scenarios. Like, that is, for me, a top 5 thing to do. Without question. Like, I don't know what it is about just the math behind it and understanding and learning all of the intricacies behind the playoffs, as Jahmyr Gibbs is going to shoot to the outside and go pick up some yardage plus 15, because David Jennings is going to get an unnecessary roughness, and the hometown Jags are going to give up massive field position. Truly, you could count that as a 25-plus yard run due to the 15 tacked on. Maybe 30, really. Powers out. Tornado took out a power plant. Jesus Christ. We're going to send prayers and hope things are well for you, Sin. That's actually insane. And Gibbs going to hop, skip, jump. Shakes one man up off of him, and Johnson will get the tackle in there. It's like hurt. Jaguars, they came out in their crispy clean white helmets and white pants today to match the teal jerseys. All right, so I don't have the stats up right here at the moment, but I do got some trolling I want to do again, because I made that media post on purpose. I did it for the sake of giving you guys some content from me, you know, the commentator. So what's going to happen in week 17 is the exact same thing. You'll see the playoff scenarios get updated. The Colts decided to impede and say they got a chance at the 1 seed. And then they get ahead of themselves and lose to the Texans today, 28-24. So just before this game got started, the Colts will take that fall and remain down at the 6th seed. I believe they fall to 11-4 on the season now, because Neon is not currently updated. It could just be that, again, I'm gonna ask everybody else, am I quiet for you? I don't know. Maybe your eardrums are just busted and you need hearing aids. He has a man wide open on the corner route, and then he waits to throw that. And Kendall Dickens will pick up a first down. It's muscle cramps for Kenny Clark, the former Green Bay Packer. Yeah, it's interesting though, because I don't know if you and Kakashi have played yet. I got tongue tied a little bit. Forgive me. It was good, Miami Kid. Good to see you as well. Shout out to you for defeating the Colts. Colts are taking some strong AFC losses the last couple of weeks, man. So I know for y'all out there, it's going to make you guys feel like, hey, oh my, Gibbs is wide open, and that's our first tutty.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans. Titans.
You have a joke for me. Please lay it on me, brother. 7-0, Jay getting back to form. The last time you guys saw Jay on the screen, he unfortunately had a bad showing versus Scammon. Scammon won that game here on Scream TV. And Scammon also won this week versus the Cowboys. He has clinched the NFC East. So definitely big shout outs to that 3-time defending NFC champion Scammon. He will win the NFC East again. What did Krillin say when Goku walked in on him getting busy? Don't worry, she's 18. Travion Henderson takes the first Jaguars handoff and will pick up 2 yards. We have done everything but talk about the game we're currently in. But that's what's going to happen as these weeks come to an end. I do want to say May is going to be a very rough month. Mother's Day, her birthday, all in the same week. So that's why y'all see me in that vacation chat saying I'm gone for a full week. So the best I can tell y'all is if y'all would like to get through playoffs fast, play those damn games. That's the best I got for you. We already getting to May on Thursday. This year's going by fast, man. So this will be the little motivation talk to get your goals and stuff in order and get things figured out. But enough about all of that. Let's talk more about these two competitors. In Face and Jay, you see Jay already has a touchdown on the board. Jahmyr Gibbs was wide open on that wheel route. And now the Jaguars are doing what they do best, just grounding and pounding to get down the field here. The Jaguars have the 6th best rushing offense, led by that man we talked about earlier, Travion Henderson. And on the season, he's got 1,139 rushing yards. And it looks like he's going to get a reception right here as he gets outside and beats the user, and he'll pick up a first down.
Pick a first down.
You think you're taking yourself out of the division talks with this likely forced loss due to the power outage. Yeah. And the other thing, we are going to talk about the playoffs on both ends here, even though we have another AFC matchup on tap right now. The NFC side of things is very muddy. A lot of teams have not clinched yet, and BTJ, the cover star for the Jags on the graphic today, will pick up 9 yards. It's the second catch on the day. Also, other breaking news that's really insane to think about. The Bucs choked. The Bucs. Oh, my, open. Barrett to the outside and going to go up and get in the end zone. Terrell Barrett will pick up his 52nd catch and his 4th TD on the season. Some good tight end work there for the Jags in this game. It's tied up. So, yeah, I am going to, if matters, you should try to get you and Diz week 18. We'll have to see what happens. It depends on when that advances. If anything, I know I have a busy weekend already. So if week 18 is Friday to Monday, Sunday night would probably be the best bet if that's going to be the call. That's what I'm going to say, just to give y'all a far in advance heads up as I can. But what I was saying, the Bucs are absolutely terrible. They let the Pacers come back and absolutely win that series on a game winner by Tyrese Halliburton. That's absolutely crazy. And there's a great pass to Mr. Palmer over the middle, getting into Jaguars territory, an elite first down.
First down.
Talking about the passing game for these Titans. They were middle of the pack last week. They're still middle of the pack right now. 17th best passing offense. They're more of a running team. Both these guys are. The main difference is, well, not much. They're both top 10 in run defense, really top 9, if you will. And that's very immaculate. They are separated in rushing yards by just 40 yards. The Jaguars have the 6th rushing offense, and the Titans have the 4th. One of these guys has got to win the AFC South. Again, Bus put a stamp to the fact that the Colts cannot get past the Texans, as that's another season the Colts have been swept by the Texans. They lost 28-24 earlier. Y'all know, I like I said, I made that post to talk about the playoffs a little bit and get everybody hyped up and, make the games matter a little bit more. I, for one, cannot wait to see Kakashi versus AWOL, and Pollard is not going to be able to tap his toes. He hits the powder outside, and it'll be 3rd and 13 now for Jay. The corner routes have definitely been open the entire way. I think you're going to see another Omaha concept that's going to be very interesting and get him out there. If you beat Kakashi and you secure the spot, so looking at the NFC side of things again, you would pretty much have the tiebreaker, which would put you ahead of him no matter what. That is what will help you in that sense lock your playoff spot, if you will, because you would go 2 games ahead of him. You would be 10-5. He would fall to 8-7. You would be ahead of Kakashi no matter what, but it all depends on what happens with Diz. And we've got a potential block kick that's going to turn into a penalty on Jeff Okuda. And it's now 1st and 10 for the Titans. They get a freebie. That's insane, man. My dog OG, good to see you. What's good, brother? Hopefully you're having an amazing week. You know, I got to speak a testament to this. It's crazy to think 9-10 years ago is how we met through Madden leagues, and then got on Group Me, did the whole DJL thing. It's crazy how Madden brings people together, man. So it's definitely a blessing to still be here, still be part of the community in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? And there is Chigoziem Okonkwo picking up some positive yards. And Jeff Okuda did have a block chance. That would have been a very, very big momentum swing for the Jaguars here. Because again, when you look at the standings for this AFC, so let's go back into the chat, right? You hope Kakashi was an upset. That would be crazy. Number 1 seeding in Jim. Yeah, this game is pretty much for the number 1 seed in a sense. So I don't know if Rusty has played yet. Rusty or the Rams is now Flyboy, right? I keep getting it mixed up because he used to be the Eagles. So Flyboy has a chance to knock Rusty off his pedestal a little bit in an intra-conference game. So OG, the Madden went this different route where they kind of did like the 2K thing with the nameplates and the, you know, if you play 2K My Career and you go into like the park and they had like the nameplate with your username behind it, Madden did the same thing. So anybody can customize their nameplate now, and that's what's behind the teams, even if you're playing CFM. I don't know why they did that. I don't understand the thought process. Will Levis understands the thought process that he gets out and picks up 11 to get into goal-to-goal situations. I don't know how he avoided that sack. I do not have the replay working today. Forgive me for that. Kakashi. Bucks have officially clinched the playoffs, and there is a touchdown for the Titans.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans.
So DJS has officially clinched a playoff spot. I'm assuming that he won is why that happened, because Neon's not updated, so I'm not sure of. I'm assuming he beat the Panthers. Is that what happened? Clemens looks to try to return this here. He had some room. It's not going to open a path for him. He'll start at his own 30. And like I told you guys, like the last time, you know, we saw a face here on the screen for the first time. And he won that game against Hiroshima. It was a very, very good showing of what his offense is capable of. If he's going to go with the dual back setup here, but that's BTJ in the backfield, actually. Brian Thomas Jr., and he'll go to the stop route for Hollywood Brown. Yeah, so the only game I know that officially happened now, there are 2 games I know of. We know that the Bucks have defeated the Panthers, and we know that the Texans have defeated the Colts. So we already have some talking point pieces for the Week 16 playoff picture. Once advance happens tomorrow, the Colts are already in the playoffs no matter what. You know, they got 11 wins, they're locked in. They're pretty much going to be stuck at that 6th seed. It looks like they're going to be on their way to a rematch with the Chargers. If the Chargers can find a way to beat the Cardinals this week, that Miami Kid and Diz matchup is very interesting. Miami Kid was formerly the Cardinals, unless that was last year I'm thinking about, but I remember him being the Cardinals, and we have a lot more matchups that have been completed and happened. So we got some talking points for you guys right now. Wait, okay, you're saying correct. You were Cardinals when we started. There we go. Okay, I wasn't bugging. Thank you for confirming that, right? So it's interesting, you know, the team he kind of built and made trades for, he's coming back to. And what a dot by face to pick up a first down as we're going to go into the second quarter with a score of 14-7 in favor of the visiting Titans. So yeah, now again, talking back to the games that we have done this week already, the Buccaneers will likely clinch the NFC South with the win versus Carolina, as it seems New Orleans is headed for a forced loss versus the Raiders this week due to a power outage. Rusty has won as he's defeated Flyboy Fern 48-42 in a massive shootout out in Los Angeles. Sai and the Seahawks beat Hiroshima, so Hiroshima's chances are still slimming. Again, with a win, the Chargers will win the AFC West. That AFC, that Chargers and Cardinals matchup is just becoming more prevalent for both teams as this week goes on. And it's a lovely thing that the game matters like more now. The Chargers win, they win the AFC West. The lucky thing that happened for Hiroshima, though, Buffalo also lost this week. The Broncos pulled off the upset. So Buffalo is now 500. They're 8-8. And what should have been a pick from Cam Ward luckily goes into the ground. And we're at 3rd and 5 now. Again, second quarter is just getting started. We're doing more playoff talk than everything else, so bear with us as the topics change, everybody. DJS, congrats to you. You know what I'm saying? You clinched the playoffs. We were thinking about that. So, yes, the Bills, Bello Guido lost 17-10 to the newest Broncos user, Ice Cold, you know, so shout out to Ice for getting his start here in MEL. Looking forward to what he can bring to the league. He's got that post going to come open late, and Cam going to try to chuck one. It's dropped by Moore. And Cam Ward seeing ghosts versus his actual real-life team, the Tennessee Titans. And we're going to see a field goal attempt now from the Jaguars. Kick is up. It has the length, and it is good. 14-10 score. Flyboy, you know, we were just talking about you, ironically, because you had a chance to knock Rusty down off the pedestal a little bit and lost that game. Curious your thoughts on the Dolphins, genuinely, you know. And you guys don't have to type your team. I kind of know everybody's team in a sense, but for those of y'all who knew and don't, it is a good thing to do. So there's that. But yeah, once again, the Bills did lose to the Broncos, and so did the Chiefs. The Bills and the Chiefs both lost. You know, this actually makes things very interesting. Hiroshima is now 7-8. Pittsburgh hasn't played yet, but when Pittsburgh does play, they have a chance to tie the Bills now and get in that playoff hunt. The Chiefs are just choking their way out the hunt the entire way. That's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy to think about. If the Steelers win, they go 8-7. Okay, so Buffalo actually is 8-7. Forgive me, they're not 8-8. They're 8-7. I just said that wrong. It's about to get very interesting from 7-10 in the AFC now. It wasn't before this week started, and why is Kendall Dickens wide open? He's gonna take it to the crib, 78-yard touchdown.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans.
Seam is wide open, and Mr. Dickens is doing the doggone thing. Easily getting up to an 11-point lead here, and Tennessee is just looking to hold on. Because again, if he wins, he remains a game ahead of Rusty. Rusty has the tiebreaker over the Titans. Again, if you have not read the content post and media content, scroll up a little bit and go get my playoff thoughts on how things look at things and shaping out. If you are not able to keep up already with just paying attention, you know, you got somebody to give you guys the editorials week 16 to 18 going forward. So right now, Rusty is 12-3, and it looks like how the game is currently tracking, Jacksonville will be 12-3 as well, and they'll keep at least their one-game lead over the 5 seed. Again, the Colts did lose this week. The Colts' remaining matchups, they play the Titans next week. So a lot of AFC South matchups matter the rest of the way. You're going to see Jay versus Bang in week 17, and then week 18, he takes on the Lions. The Lions are trying to hold on to the NFC North. Kakashi versus AWOL. It's going to be interesting to see if Kakashi can pull that upset off. And there's going to be Ward, and a wide open man is Clemens getting the payback he deserves. 71-yarder. The Cats are roaring, and the Yankees have snapped. Everybody hit home runs. The Yankees home runs today: Austin Wells, Aaron Judge, Ben Rice, Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham. The Yankees snapped on the Orioles. I don't know what to say at all. I don't know what to say. Hand off to Gibbs, and he's swallowed up. Gibbs is getting shut down today. Again, Jacksonville, 9th ranked rushing defense. They don't even have Gibbs as a 20-yard rusher yet. But Gibbs does have a touchdown in the pass game, so he does have to figure that out. Yeah, the Yankees. You know what's crazy, bro? I'm sad because I played everybody's home runs yesterday. And then today, they get it. It's insane, man. What an insane day for baseball. This is why we gamble. And there is Okonkwo chugging and trucking and picking up some yardage there. This is a very good game, I will say that. You know, getting away from the playoff talk now and getting back to focusing on the actual matchup at hand. I'm very impressed at Face's response. His response to how Jay scored so fast was a very, very good feeling. This is going to be like, I don't know if they're going to be in the same division next Madden, obviously, as he cuts back too late. Gibbs could have went to the crib on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 3 now, 7-yard pickup. I genuinely think MEL has a lot of great competition now. I think this is probably the most balanced it's been in my 2 years of commentating for MEL. I think, you know, if certain people don't leave and depending on where they pick when Madden drops in August, I think it'll be very interesting to see where certain users fall. I know we're looking, you know, 6 months ahead right now. We're really 4 months ahead. Forgive me. I think it's going to be interesting to see, like, we know certain people like certain teams already, right? Like, speaking of Rusty, Rusty's a Dolphins user. He's going to probably pick the Dolphins again if they just fall to him. You know what I mean? That's just, like, inevitable. Like, it's inevitable that'll be a thing for Rusty, you know? Kakashi always picks the Bears. There's gonna be very interesting to see how the teams line up, or what. Let me say this. Let me change it. I don't know how it is right now, the team order. I don't know when that's gonna get revealed again, and I'm not putting pressure on them. Right? We're just talking as a family. I do think it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Now that the draft is over and we know, like, you know, there's the undrafted free agents and stuff like that, we kind of got a glimpse on how the teams look and how we can start to think what teams are going to be good for franchise, what teams are going to be the worst for franchise. We already are getting to those points for Madden 26. And seeing a matchup this good between a Super Bowl champion, defending Super Bowl champion, Titans, versus this new upstart, up-and-comer who I don't know if this is Face's first season or his second, but to win 12 games already, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. Gibbs gonna try to bounce to the outside, and he'll bounce all right backwards. Good defense there by Mr. Henley. Say his name and he appears. He's not Joe Hendry, okay? Yeah, man, the Yankees are literally up 15-2 over the Orioles. Like, Camden Yards, the bats were open. I don't know, man. It's insane. Levis getting blitzed, gonna go underneath. Gibbs in the passing game is winning everything over. Hey, just because your Rays traded away almost everything good about your team doesn't mean you get to take shots at mine, all right? Just remember that. You just remember that. You think the Giants will be a good Madden team? So here is the thing. Lo and behold, I did not know this. Thank you, Kakashi. This Face is not new. He's new to me, at least. He actually won the NFC in season 4. I don't remember that. That was a very long time ago. I don't think I was here in like those early seasons. So there's that. A Titan is down, holding his chest, probably a torn pec. Get well soon. Hopefully you got more offensive linemen that can block. Because again, Gibbs in the running game is not really a factor. Like, not in the run game, Gibbs has not been a factor. In his pass game, their wheels open again. He's gonna double up on them.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans. Mighty Titans.
It's a shoulder strain for J.C. Latham. Hey, listen, man. You know what's funny? It could always be worse is something that we should have said for Face right there, right then. The fact that he just gave up another wheel route and almost had a kick return there. Just the blocks just stopped developing later on. That's very interesting. I think that this game has really been good. It's like watching Scammon play offense. Now, you saying that about Face or about Jay? I know we're on Rams. You know, that's why I want to make sure we saying it right. Ward with time, out, route, up, goes BTJ.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Hey, kicking the door in and taking all your stuff. He's just playing catch up. This is the beauty of it, right? It's duality of man. Jay are scamming like best friends. Yeah, that is a piece. And, you know, as far as, you know, the games being called, on the screen at least, they are 1-1 right now. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get a Super Bowl rematch. These dark jerseys are hideous. Whose dark jerseys? The Jaguars? I do think he could have just wore all white and he would have been fine. I think he would have been perfectly fine with just all white. I do agree on that. But, you know, Levis with time, and underneath he goes to Okonkwo. And this is the beautiful part about, like, you know, Jay's game, right? He's already at 280 yards passing because Gibbs has been open deep all game. Kendall Diggins also has a long 70-yard touchdown as well. Will Levis is going to end up hitting 325 yards as he escapes here on a throw, and Dickens again. Oh, I thought he was at 280. I'm sorry. That was 230. I'm so sorry. My eyes deceived me right there. So week 17 matchups, man. That we're going to go look at this right quick. As he's driving the ball down the field, they both still have all 3 of their timeouts. That is something. I didn't even account for that a second ago. But as we start to look ahead at week 17, depending on what happens in that Chargers and Cardinals game, the Chargers do travel out to Kansas City as Gibbs will pick up the screen, run away from Bassa, and he'll still get caught up. 6 catches for 93 yards. So through the air, Gibbs is popping. On the ground, he's just stopping. There's nothing the man can do. Looking forward to week 17 still. Wow, man. That Titans and Colts matchup we talked about earlier, that's going to be a really good one. Scamming and AWOL is next week. Good Lord, man. How did Gibbs stay up and pick up that first down? Wow. Gibbs is just having his freaking way. He don't care about nothing. That's crazy. Oh, Kakashi plays the Bills. Yeah, this week 17 is going to be something, man. You know, Conqueror's open on the angle route. They're going to probably call holding. And they do on James Bates. We also do have DJS versus Sin next week. The problem is just going to be that game is only going to matter for Sin probably because DJS looks like he's won the division this week. Unless advance is extended and they get a time for tomorrow night. According to Kakashi, that was said in the chat. So do not take that up with me, whatever you do. Also, apparently the Bucks almost fought the Pacers after the series because Giannis was talking crazy to people. All that losing is finally getting to him. Very unfortunate. Levis, Okonkwo, open space, slow pace from the tight end. 2nd and 20 from the 31. This is currently 48-yard field goal attempt. If he does not move this ball any further, he does have a timeout, so he's going to probably take a chance at an out route. Gain about 7 or 8 yards, I would say, to the left side. The left side is the more open side of the field. No, excuse me, right side. I'm going to flip that now. And he will go spread 5 wide. Rakestraw's going to cover the seam over here. He's going to go to the corner. Okonkwo's caught it at the 1. Wow! I'm thinking it's an out route and the corner is popping. I don't know what drug he got over there other than the pill known as a football. But that looks like it could have been a touchdown. He had the ball right there to just cross a plane and did not make it happen. Some real elite offense going on in this game here. He doesn't do anything but the drop off to Gibbs.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans. Mighty Titans. Mighty.
I just can't believe it. Every time Jay scores, though, Face has found a way to get it back. We will see what happens. And look at that. If he can go down, oh, timeout. Wow. He got all of that kick return to the 9 just to get 3. And he's only down 8 at half. Unfortunate for him that the kick returner ran out of gas right at the end there. Could have just kept this game closer than need to be. Wow, man. Chauncey Kidd has 91 speed. He just ran out of gas. Literally ran out of gas. 91 stamina. But lucky for him, the Jaguars are going to get this return here once again. Another great lane, and he bounces inside for no reason. Very unfortunate. He had another chance to get it all the way down there, but it is currently an 8-point lead in favor of the visiting Tennessee Titans. Like, it's crazy. And yeah, as far as, Giannis being traded, there have been rumblings of the Nets. There have been rumblings that he just wants to be out of Milwaukee, period. I think Atlanta would be the best spot for him personally. Personally, I really genuinely think Atlanta is the best place he could go. Will he do that? Probably not. But I def think Atlanta is where Giannis would have the most, I won't say happiness, but the best chance. Give Trae Young a superstar and let Trae Young fall back a little bit, and that's what would work a little bit better for Giannis, if you ask me. BTJ on the jet touch pass, picking up first down. Is Miami Kid still here? Kid, you still here? I just want to tell you once again, I don't know, maybe I'm just going to follow the trend and go with the dollar stars just for you. Hockey is lit, because betting on a sport I don't watch and winning on it is the best thing ever. Like, I just, okay, And there's Cam Ward trying to find Barrett. That might be pass interference twice. No, it's holding on Ezra Cleveland. Because it sucks. It genuinely sucks. ETN Jr. getting some burn here. He'll pick up 9. So I will disagree only because I truly enjoy the free form. When you have the right kind of quarterback that can really make the throws, I just enjoy free form. Even when I play like on my own and like all my offline stuff that I do right now, freeform just has always felt the best because of the last couple of years. Finding ways to get used to it and throwing dots with it. This should be a pick for the Titans, and it is not. BTJ dominant. Yeah, I will agree there. I don't care about the high point. You know what I'm saying? High point I could give with, like, I get it when you need to do it. It's not always the best option. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not what I like. I think freeform is just the best that's worked for me, especially with learning how to get it over the shoulder of certain folks and drop it in the bucket. I just think once you got used to that, it's just like leave it alone. That's where I am. Just leave it alone. It's the best thing to be on. Maybe it'll go back to freeform sometime. That's true. That drop back was unnecessarily far. I mean, it's just what people do. It's what they got to do. Impossible. And there is a pass to Hollywood and Hollywood instead, because that didn't do anything. That drop made me smile. That's crazy. Got the flat wide open, doesn't take it, goes drag instead. Almost picked off by a fat man. 3rd and 10 now. Face got to figure this out, man. Cam Ward, 3 yards out from the red zone. Man in motion is Trevor Etienne, or Travis, excuse me, and Ward, just nothing there. Titans defense ramps things up, and they'll stop this first drive of the second half, relegating the Jags to a field goal. But it is back within under a touchdown now, 5-point lead. We are currently at 65 total points. My Texans teams was playing fiend after the game. A bus. Like, you know, I got to go back to this, right? Because I trolled them in the chat, and I literally said, you need to worry about the Texans. Don't worry about the 1 seed. Worry about the Texans. And then I went back and watched the end of the game. Bus scored a touchdown with like 3 seconds left. Worry about who in front of you, man. That's my message. There is that. And there is Levis going to throw a dart to Mr. Lachey, and Lachey is going to pick up a solid 28, get a first down. Does this league have a website or anything? Yes, they have a Neon Sports. If you would like to actually get into the Discord, chat with the users and look at the Neon stuff, exclamation MEL in the chat, you will be able to come and chat with the folks. First and 10 from the 42-yard line. He's going to go single back, doubles, and he's got Gibbs to the outside. Second best run of the game for Gibbs. He picks up 18. Kevin, are you good? My boy over typing in code. Levis in the pistol here. It's a 4-man rush. Underneath, he goes to Mr. Johnson. Pause. And gets back into the red zone. Another 8-yard pickup. The key difference between the Jags and the Titans right now, the Titans' momentum just never stopped. It just never, it faltered like once maybe. But out of the 7 touchdowns he scored, Gibbs has 3 through the air already. We've seen Okonkwo have a day, and there's Gibbs on the ground, not going to pick up the first down. He'll get 1.8 yards. See, I knew one of y'all was going to do it, and that's exactly why I said pause, because it's always, this is all Leather Helmets' fault. I will be suing Jim for pause infringement, all right? Just want to throw that out there right now. The Phillies just walked off baseball. That's crazy. I have a dude on my mail route name. That's bad. 3rd and inches, and he's going to go blitz. And there is a pick by the Jaguars. Okonkwo can't figure it out. Wow! And we just talked about how Jay's momentum never stopped. And he figured out a way to get it there with an interception. Mr. Levis. Stinky. Double time because your replacement is now coming on the field to throw for the Jaguars. Ironic, isn't it? But here is the question of all time right now. The Jaguars have not held the lead this entire game. They've tied it. Oh, BTJ, 1-on-1. Smoked. Oh, he tripped.
Bruh.
Oh, my Lord. He got exactly what he wanted. Exactly what he wanted. And he trips. I literally just sat here and said, you know, the Jaguars have not had the lead yet in this game. They tied it up at 7 earlier. But they have to find a way to get the lead and put some pressure on the Titans. We've only seen pressure put on the Titans twice all season, really. in the games that they lost. They lost week 1 to the Dolphins, 31-28 field goal. And they lost to the Commanders in last week's game of the week during week 13. And it was a fire game, you know, by Commanders standards. The Titans, however, just couldn't even muster more than 10 points, their lowest scoring effort of the entire season. The Discord link doesn't work. Oh, we have to update that, man. Thank you for letting us know as BTJ is getting to the first down somehow, somewhere. Give us 1 second, Mr. Johnny, and we will fix that for you. And there is Hollywood swinging. All right, this is the Discord link that should work. If it does not, let me know. We will fix that in the bot here now, though. How tall is BTJ? I believe Brian Thomas Jr. is 6'3". Yes, he is 209 and 6'3". All right, that should be fixed for anybody that runs the MEL command going forward. And Mr. Clemens, have a day. Clemens got that long touchdown earlier. You know, Easton Clemens is trying to be wide receiver 3 as he will probably end up replacing Hollywood Brown in the future. And by in the future, I mean next season, you know. So 1st and 10, he's in Titans territory. It looks like he's going to set up a cover 6 here. No, it's a blitz. He's got the disguises out. Titans D-line almost coming up with another pick. The blitz was very smart there. The way he tried to design it up to make it look like a cover 6, he would have fooled me too. Now, I don't know if I would have threw it to the same person that he threw it to. However, I do think that was a smart business decision to get it out as fast as possible. You have to walk away on this drive with at least 3 points. BTJ is still hurt, and he's still playing decent football. He's got the one-on-ones he likes. Hollywood is open. Will pick up the first down as Alex Highsmith will miss the tackle. Cover 3 gets beat underneath by the drive concept. 35-yard line, 52-yard field goal from here if he doesn't move the ball again. He's got 3 more chances at 3 more first downs. And what we've seen work in this part of the field for the Jaguars has been the depth of the out and corner route. And he goes play action here. Ben Strange is open. It's a pick to Mr. Moore. Wow! The irony, Sin called it. He's going to turn it back over. We've seen the out routes. We've seen the corners that have worked here. The problem with that play, and again, I'm upset the replay's not working today, but he threw to the short side of the field. He never should have thrown to the short side of the field. Flip that play, get more room to work, and you have everything you wanted more. Unfortunately, he did not go with that option. There's a blitz on the way on the screen, and some good stop work by Gibbs for a second results in him still losing yardage. Ultimately, probably going to be the last play here of the 3rd quarter. We will break the glass and get to the 4th. These guys have been dominantly scoring throughout the entire game. I don't think there was a point put up in the 3rd quarter, though. Interesting enough, this is the only quarter we have not seen a score, I think. That's actually very crazy. Oh, he picked a play for nothing. Nah, the trolls. How many seasons do you guys usually play per Madden year? The league commissioner, Kakashi, is here. He would be a better fit to answer that question than me. I know right now this is season 4, this Madden. I might be wrong. This might be season 5. No, yeah, this is season 4. No, this is season 5. I am wrong. Because we have Vikings, Dolphins, Ravens, and then Titans win. So, yeah, Kakashi is the commissioner here, the main head commissioner. He said they go 6 seasons, so they're currently in season 5. And they just got pancaked. Oh, my Lord. Okonkwo going to take advantage there, and there is another first down. Levis with 364 yards, putting another notch on that 325-yard game. You know, you can't have more than 9 of those, so, you know, be aware. Get to counting, you know, but Levis's arm is carrying the load and the weight of this Titans offense. Gibbs, again, 3 touchdowns through the air. Has not had his best day on the ground whatsoever. Levis with the drop back on 2nd and 10. Gonna go on the stop route. Palmer, Trey Palmer, pick up 6. Just about 7.5 to go. You know, this is where the angle route has to come in for Jay. We've seen him do more table flat routes and wheels and anything with Gibbs. This is where popping off an angle route will stop everything necessary. And instead, Gibbs gets hit badly, but somehow Deshaun Pollard picks up the first down.
First down.
Somehow, some way, he's able to get the ball out to Pollard. He picks it up. And this Titans drive is going to continue. So 1st and 10 from the 34. Fakes the handoff to Gibbs on the slide. Underneath he goes. Johnson picking it up and dropped by Byron Murphy Jr. 7 minutes to go here. We're at the 29. 3 points will get it back to an 8-point game as it was at the half. Jaguars scored the only points in the 3rd quarter. You know what I just realized? We didn't even break the glass. You know what? This is a special occasion. We won't even break it. We'll allow, in case of emergency, to stay closed today. Levis getting blitzed. Hands off to Kendall Dickens. He will get up to the 26. It looks like the left end Jackson got hurt. He'll be coming back on this next play. Jaguars got to get a stop here. You blitzed last 3rd down and forced a very bad throw. That was caught. You locked Gibbs on the offensive line and did not allow him to defeat you here. He's going gun tight open. So this is where you're going to either see angle, wheel, or flat. We have yet to see the angle. He's actually going to run it. And that's going to get him a first down. Doing something different we haven't seen on 3rd down yet. I like the call there by Jay. I think it was smart. Where's the ref? Oh, what you mean, Javale? We need the ref on the screen? Why we need Javale on the screen? Yo, Vale, what we need the ref for? What happened? He's here. We need referee Vale? I got the screen, dude. What the heck? Got the screen. 1st and 10 on the way. Gibbs fake. No, he actually did hand him off. And he's not going to go anywhere. Kendall Dickens now got muscle cramps. So, you know, again, we are late in the season for the MEL right now. Dudes are starting to get more injury pileups. You got to start thinking safely about who you want to play, how you want to play them, how long you're going to play them. Oh, I didn't press the first down button. I just didn't press the button, Kakashi. Pistol deuce close. Jay is just slowly draining that clock, and then he sends that blitz again. Chigoziem Okonkwo is just smoking dudes, and Rakestraw will pick up the tackle, but it allows this.
Freaking first down.
Yeah, you gotta have referee JaVale make sure the first downs are correct, man, by a long shot, you know? Like, look at him just burned him down the field. Like, I won't call it a masterclass, but what an effort and what a way to play the clock. You lost RB1, RB2, tight end 1, and somebody else within 2 games. What? How? Yeah, that would cook my season. I won't even lie to you. But luckily for you, you know, you are in the wild card, depending on what happens this week in week 17 at least. And it looks like the Jags had to get out of that baseline there. You see Okonkwo going across the field here. Gibbs is going to go on a flare route, and somehow Lachey is wide open in the middle. Titans have had the ball since the end of the 3rd quarter. Both RBs went down in the same game. You know, I'd be pulling my hair out. I would be pulling my hair out without question. I'd be losing my freaking mind. Levis gonna go into the end zone himself.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans. Titans.
He said Gibbs is already loaded. No problem. Makes it look easy and gets up to a 12-point lead. He took down almost, what was that, 7, maybe 8 minutes of clock? Insane. Hey, the gong is right, man. Jacksonville looks like it's going to fall down to 12-3. If a miracle does not happen, you know, every time we say something like that on screen, something crazy happens and we just don't understand why. We've seen crazy things happen. But the Jags have got to get this ball down the field quick, fast, and in a hurry. Easton Clemens is the man in motion, fakes the handoff to Travion Henderson. Clemens is open, picks up another big-time first.
Freaking first down.
We talk about quick, fast, and in a hurry. Clemens is having a field day getting through this Titans defense. And I want to quote Scammon. Jay's DBs are weak outside of Snead. That is what Scammon said in the Discord earlier today. Don't take it out on me, take it out on Scammon, all right? And you are seeing them get cooked by wheel routes left and right today. That one play pretty much got Face into the red zone. Cam Moore gonna drop back. Here's only a 3-man rush, and BTJ putting BTA, picking up 9 yards. 2nd and 1, he's got another set of downs coming here if he can get another first down. I think it should be fairly easy, but you know, sometimes you just never know. And you know, last time he got down here, he did throw a pick. So there is that. He did throw an interception. Gonna go quick, fast, in a hurry to Mr. Barrett, and he falls down at the 1. No huddle. All 3 timeouts here. Hand off to Henderson. He dives into the end zone.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Man, look, you talk about a banger. You talk about a banger. It's back to a 5-point game with 2.5 to go. Wait a minute. Jacksonville is going for the onside? Oh, he wants that 1 seed. He don't care about the division. He want the 1 seed. It goes 10 yards. Ja'Cory Krosky-Mezit will pick it up. Hey, look, I ain't never seen anybody Superman to the end zone in like 3 Maddens. To see it finally happen was something. Now, doing the onside kick is a very interesting thing because you do give up field position, but you are doing it for the sake of time and trying to put pressure on Levis and company. He's going to fake the handoff here. Levis going to throw the drag, and Johnson will pick up 3. The question just now becomes, how or when can he get the stop? Does the league have any openings? No, they do not currently have any openings, but they are always looking for potential users. So when you do join the Discord, they do have a user application to see if you would be a fit for the league. I'm not sure who is next on the wait list. I'm also not sure who is the next person to leave. I know they just what's the word I'm looking for? Not fielded. Filled the Broncos spot. Oh my Lord. Levis just protected his team by overthrowing the pass. If he didn't overthrow that, that was a pick. And it looks like he will not need the timeout just yet unless this conversion pops off. 3rd and 7, once again. You've allowed a lot of conversions in this game. He is going empty. Everybody is one-on-one. There's no safeties deep. Man to man. And he's got Okonkwo on the angle. Touchdown, Titans.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans. Mighty, Titans. Mighty.
I do not know. Rather, I'm not sure if going for the all-out blitz was the best idea, because everything is open. Oh, no, I know what you meant, and that's why I said he might not have needed it, because he can get a stop here, hopefully, but he didn't. And the Titans are going to put up 50 points on the Jaguars. Clemens going to try to get his luck, and he's going to bounce to the outside, and he stays up and just cannot complete. Yeah, I'm just amazed. You know, and it's funny because the Jaguars did lose both games to the Colts, but this is the only team to put up 40 and 50 on the Jaguars all season. Now imagine the fact these guys play again week 18 in Tennessee. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to call it, whatever the case may be. I definitely will be on the lookout to see when the game gets played for sure. And he's gonna force this to Hollywood, and Holly ain't getting nothing. Picked off more with his second on the day. Stinky. So the Titans will reign supreme. They will hold on to the 1 seed, and they will move to 13-2 on the season. Jaguars will fall down to 12-3. They only have a 1-game lead over the Colts due to the fact that they have won 1 more game. Next week, the Colts take on the Titans. It's gonna be really, really spooky in this AFC South these
He's over there
last
somewhere.
2 seasons. It's gonna be really spooky. Another banger though, this game should be up on YouTube in the morning. Exclamation YouTube in the chat if you want to go check out the YouTube. Support the channel by liking and subscribing on the videos and stuff like that, man. Even if you don't watch the entire game back through, we do keep them here on Twitch as well if you want to go back and just watch over here. But we're going to try to upload all the content over to the YouTube and remain consistent in that. Definitely a good game for Jay. Again, 13th win on the season, matching Scamming. Scamming does have the best record in all of the league due to defeating the Titans, though, so they're going to give him that credit. And we'll see what happens the remainder of Week 16. Again, a prime matchup you got to look out for. Cardinals and Chargers has not happened yet. That game is going to matter a lot in terms of NFC and AFC playoff seeding. Chargers can win the AFC West and remain the 3 seed. Cardinals are trying to push their luck and get to the 5 seed in the NFC. I want to thank you all for tuning in with us tonight from the dungeon, man. It was a pleasure to call this game and have some fun with all my MEL family and friends. Big shout out to Face as well. You know, both these guys threw for 400 yards each. Combined 800 yards of passing offense between the two, man. Shout out to Face and shout out to Jay. We'll keep you all posted when advance happens, man. And hopefully you guys have an amazing rest of your Tuesday night. I'm going to slide. I'm going to get some rest. I got to be up early in the morning, man. Well, holla.